They've put
It
you in
was
the
actually
oven.
but then was not as hot as now. You know, like
Yeah,
climate change,
to
everything.
global
yeah.
warming and everything.
Global warming, yeah,
True,
that's the
true.
word. Snapchat. Man, it's Snapchat.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Dubai Diastories. My name is Y.K.T.V, your self-proclaimed storyteller here in the UAE. On this platform, we aim to educate, empower, and entertain through crazy, amazing stories of people who are doing the unthinkable here in Dubai and offering inspiration to those who think that their dreams are not valid. Today in studio, hey, Oga the top has landed. You people are not ready for this one. Oh, the gist goes sweet. When I tell you someone is the epitome of vibes, like when he walks into a room, you cannot help but notice him. He just comes in with the big energy and he's just has a contagious laughter, amazing personality, and let's not forget, he's a serial entrepreneur. In the words of Davido, chop life, because last life will chop you. In the studio, I have the CEO of ChopHouse, Tola, in the building. Hey, drum roll.
Give them.
How are you?
Man, I'm chill. Man, how you doing?
How's your day?
Yeah, quite chill. Nothing much. I was been to the gym earlier, straight from the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're more of like, is it safe to say like you're more of a late worker, like you prefer to chill during the day and work at night?
Man, for me, I don't have any. I'm a CEO now. I don't have any.
Give them.
No. It's not give them, but that's the fact now. Like,
That's true.
I don't have any. Like, I don't have schedules. Like, some people, like, what time do you go to bed? Like, at times I go to bed like 12 a.m., maybe like 10 p.m., maybe at times 9 a.m. So I don't have any schedules. So.
But what's like the earliest you wake up? Because me,
like wake up.
Yeah, in the morning. Like what's like that one when you if I want to annoy you, how early should I wake you up?
Man, for me, you can't wake me up by. I know I've never been up by 8 a.m. Never.
Makes sense.
8, 9 a.m. Just don't try it. Please. Don't.
That's World War III.
Don't try it, please. don't. Because it's either I'm sleeping or I'm about to go to sleep. So don't just call me by that time.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm particularly very interested in hosting this conversation with you because, as you know, last week I had a conversation with Marcus. And
I know Marcus. That's my guy.
And he said that the oil that is on your head is glorious because after
sorry to cut the short.
No problem, go for it.
Maybe like after this, I'll just call Dangote, open a refinery.
You go open for me media house.
Like open a refinery, like the oil is too. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Good.
That's right.
Because when he said that he took the picture with your car and the next day, like he got orders for the car and it was like that was the beginning of Marco Cars. So I said, make I bring you to this podcast too, so you can dash me some of that glory.
I think that was like 20. I think that was 2021. Yeah. Then I used to have a Lambo Euros. It just came like once. It's no big deal. Like just do your thing.
Nice.
Then maybe like a few months like, oh yeah, bro, like I did this. Like, do you believe like the next day I started getting orders for luxury cars?
Oh,
like,
wow.
Oh wow, yeah, that's good for it.
Oh yeah, God, we are declaring miracles upon this podcast. We have brought him to the source. He's going to leave his glory here. We go blow.
Of course now.
Standard.
Of course now.
Standard. I love that.
Yeah.
So just to kick things off, I think it's very important for people to get to know who Tola is as a person before we go into the enterprising side and your passion for business. So do you want to give us a bit of a background about like when you came to Dubai? Just a small, slight journey about how you made it in this
for me, actually,
sandpit.
I left Nigeria after my uni.
Okay.
Because I got done with uni in 2015.
What did you study in uni?
Transport management technology. And
Transport management technology.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was our Federal University of Technology,
Okay.
Niger State. It was 5 years course. Then after my uni, then 2016 I moved here. That was August 10. Yeah.
We came in August, so already I can see the glory.
Yeah.
The glory.
Yeah.
So you just celebrated your anniversary last month.
That's last month. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah. I stepped into the UAE like August 10. Yeah.
How did it feel landing August, the peak of summer?
Man, you know, like then when I was coming from Nigeria, like it's my first time traveling now, you know. So I was like, normal, like seeing in movies, like everywhere is cold, this that, and the airport was cold, of course, ACs everywhere.
Standard.
So the moment I stepped out, I was like, wow.
Oven. They've
It
put you
was
in the
actually
oven.
oven there. But then was not as hot as now. You know, like
Yeah.
climate change,
To
everything.
global
Yeah.
warming and everything.
Global warming, yeah,
True,
that's the word.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Cool. So why Dubai? Why did you decide to come here and not anywhere else?
Like for me, like I have to be honest with this. The first time I left Nigeria, like the only people that were aware of it was my two childhood friends and my sisters. My parents, they were not aware of it.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't tell them, like, because my dad is always like, oh, when you're done with your uni, oh, I call this my friend, you work for this. I was like, nah, I ain't working for nobody. Like,
So you knew from a very young age that
no,
employment
like
is not for you.
for me, like I knew I'm never doing 9 to 5. Even during my uni days, like I'm never doing 9 to 5, never.
Why? Why don't you like 9 to 5?
It's just my, not that I don't like it, like okay, not that I can't say, I don't say I'm a proud person, but
No, say it now. If you, it's who
no,
you
no,
are.
like for me, I won't say I'm a proud person, but
Okay.
if you say that nigga is proud, I'm sorry to use the N word.
It's
but
okay. It's okay.
I'm using it
we
myself
speak
though.
French.
Like,
It's
yeah,
fine.
like that man is proud. Like it's fine. That's your own perception of me.
Correct.
But for me, I don't like taking orders from people from a very young age. I don't like it.
You know, I actually respect that because I'm coming to that point in my life where for a long time I thought that it's me being disobedient or maybe my
It's
head
not
has
about being
become big.
disobedient, no.
Especially like when you have experience, and for me, when I'm being managed by someone younger than me and they want to tell me what to do, I'm like, you don't even have wisdom.
For me, it's not even about age. But I don't just like that. Oh, you need to come here by this time. You need to come here by that. I don't.
It doesn't work for you.
It doesn't work for me.
So
like,
you knew that since back
I
then.
never. I'm never working for anyone. No.
So back
Because
to
for someone like I started making money like at a very young age, to be honest. Even when I was in uni, like I was doing a lot of business, like say this to this, say that, say this to that. So I know what it feels like to be a boss from a very young age, and I wanted it to stay that way. So
and so far so good.
yeah, God has been faithful, you know.
Amen.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that your folks didn't know, your parents didn't know you
No,
were
no, my
coming.
folks, because me, like I'm from a family of 3 kids. I'm
Okay.
the only boy.
Oh,
So I'm a little bit. Let's
Are
say,
you the
like,
last one?
No, just the middle child.
You're the middle child.
Yeah, I got one big
You know, I
sister.
normally
one
say
kid
middle
sister.
children are very special.
I'm special, of course. Everyone, even my kid sister, my big sister, like, oh, daddy, like everyone's
And
daddy.
then you're the only boy and you're
I'm
in the
the only
middle.
boy, yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
amazing. So your parents didn't know. How did they find out?
Like okay, I traveled out. So this is what let me give you the gist. Like.
Hey, now we are talking. Let me even hold my pillow.
So when I came,
properly.
like, cause my sister, like my 2 sisters, I love them so much. Like we talk every day, we communicate. Like she do, like she manage, like let's say, like she manage things for me, everything. Even like my business in Nigeria, like they manage it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll call my big sister, like then I will tell her. Because my dad doesn't work in the same states we live in. He
Okay.
works in the different states.
Okay, got
we live
it.
in Osun State. I grew up in Osun State.
Okay.
So I make sure I call my big sister during the weekend when my dad is back from work.
Oh,
So I will call my big
smart.
sister. I will be like, give the phone to mommy. Give the phone to daddy. Let me speak with them. Myself and my dad, we don't really speak on the phone like that. We're more like chatting. So when they hear my voice, we straight. But my mom, like she's a very big caterer in our state. She's a chef.
Amazing.
So all of them live in the same state. They live in the same house back then.
Okay.
So I can actually call my sister anytime, like, or give the phone to mom. So the moment she already, like, because I call my sister, let's say, like 3 or 4 times a week.
Wow, nice. That's
So
deep.
you already spoke with me 4 times a week. How will you? So because my mom, she's very spiritual, like, you know, African moms, like she prays a lot, dreams. So there's this very night, like, I don't know what kind of dream she had. Like, she just woke up, just straight to my sister's room. Okay, now you're allowed to speak Yoruba. She
No
was like,
problem.
Tola is in Nigeria, like Tola is not in Nigeria.
Nigeria.
And my sister, she's like a very good girl. She doesn't calm
doesn't know how to
herself.
lie and all
so
that.
she was like, yeah, that's true. He's not in Nigeria. He's in Dubai, just trying to get a life for himself, trying to do his own thing. So the next day, my mom called me like, oh, you're not in Nigeria. through my sister's phone. I said, yeah, I'm not in
See how
Nigeria.
women are smart. She knew if she called you on her number, you would have not picked up.
I won't pick, of course. Because then if I pick, there's Romy. They're going to deduct.
Yes,
I won't pick, of course.
You had covered all your traces. I love it.
No. I'm smart, dude. Don't worry about that.
Real quick.
Yeah, so she called me. I was like, yeah. So I think I have my flight back. Because then I did 3-month visa. I don't have a residence then.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, then I'll be back to the country. Let's say like in the next 2-3 weeks, I'll be back. Then we're going to talk. So that was how my mom knew. So then I flew back to Nigeria. I think I spent like almost a month. Then my mom, because my mom has been very, 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 very supportive. Like, I love that woman so much.
Bless her.
Yeah, so she's always like, man, like, okay, fine, I understand your point of view. You're trying to make a life for yourself. Just make sure you do the right things. But still, you can't leave the country. Okay, fine, you don't want to like work for anyone, but try to tell your dad that, or you're going to the UAE, that you don't want to live here.
How did that conversation go?
You know African parents.
He has already seen succession planning. He knows where he's going to fix you in a business, and now you said you're going abroad.
Yeah. So I was like, then I think I called him. Like I was like, it was not because then I was in Osun State, my own state.
Okay.
He works in Ekiti State.
I know Ekiti.
So I called him that, yo, bro, like, yo, dad, like, when you're back, like, we need to talk. He was like, yo, tell me what's going on. I was like, don't worry, like, when you're back, we talk. So when he got back, then I wasn't living at the house. I was living at my own place.
Yeah.
So when he got back, I was like, there's no need to go
Beat
on
around
to...
the bush, yeah.
So I just called him. I didn't even go to see him. I was like, yeah, I'll be going to Dubai. Like, I don't like it here in Nigeria. I want to have a life of my own. So I was like, well, if you go to Dubai, like, you just... Okay, like he said, what will you be doing in Dubai? So I told him, like, because the first time I came, what I was basically doing was I buy things out here, like, because they're cheaper.
Correct.
Export them. And you know the way we are in Africa, one year that, oh, like, this item is from abroad. It's not even from Dubai. Like, if you tell, like, no disrespect, but like, if you tell, oh, this item is from Rwanda, like, it's abroad. It's crossed the sea.
It don't enter plane or cross the sea.
So it's much more expensive.
Correct.
So I'm like, my first trip, like, I made so much money of it. I was like, man, I need to do this again. Like, so I told him the concept. It was like, okay, like, do I make sure I did this, that? So then I came to Dubai. I came back. I think I came back same. No. I came back same 2016. I came back to Dubai.
Okay.
Then ever since then, I did my first residency, I think. Then I used to go, like, I come to Dubai like 3 months.
And then you go
At times
back.
I go to Nigeria, spend like a week or two. I come back. But I was like, no, let me just focus on myself.
And also that allowed you to detach yourself slowly instead of it just being a big shock on them. Because they would know, okay, he'll be here in 3 months, he'll come visit, right?
Something like that. So by 2018, I did my first residency. Yeah.
Okay.
I had my first residency in Dubai. And ever since then, I've been out here.
This has been your second home, or can I say home?
It's not that my second. This is, for me, like, I see myself, like, living the rest of my life out here, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
Because I like quiet places. I'm stress free.
Correct.
That's the way. That's my own opinion of myself. Because I just like that comfort. Like, I want to do this real quick.
Convenience.
Ease. Yeah. I like easy life.
Because, man, Africa, everything will annoy you. Even if you just say, let me come out of the house, go to this road. NEPA will disappoint you. Traffic don't day. I don't know what. At least here, if I say I will be with you in 10 minutes.
I don't even want to go through that. No.
As you can see, me and Tola, like, sometimes when I think about it, and we just met recently, it really busts my brain because you're very easy to talk to.
Not that we just met recently. We actually met 2 days ago.
Facts.
We actually met 2 days ago.
2 days ago. So in the spirit of getting to know each other better, I'm going to ask you a couple of this or that questions before we get into the business aspect of why we're here. Cool. This or that. Choose one app for the rest of your life. Instagram or Snapchat?
Snapchat. Snapchat. Man, it's Snapchat.
Do you want to tell us why, or we should just understand it on our own?
Coded.
If you know, you know. If you have sense, use sense.
Snapchat is...
All right.
Leave it that way.
Would you rather live without TV shows or would you live without music?
And I can't live without music, to be honest.
You can't live without music? For real?
Because there was a point in my life, like, I actually want to... I don't just have the talent.
And it's good to be self-aware.
And the way, like, most people, like, to be honest, because there was a time I I travel to, because I've been to Seychelles before, I've been to South Africa before. Let's say like 90% of the people that approach me, they actually think maybe like,
You do. You give
because
artist
the way I
vibes.
actually give artist vibe.
That's why I
know.
told you, like, Tola, when you enter a room, there's no
I
way
actually give
people
artist
won't.
vibe. Yeah.
There's no way people won't.
No, for me, I
notice
know
you.
that. Like, I know that. Like, oh, are you from the States? Like, do you rap? No. I'm just. Okay, like I've been to more. They'll be like, are you a celebrity? I'll be like, no, I'm just good. I'm straight.
I'm easy, you know. And I think also that comes with self-awareness because you're not forming or farmsing or faking
I'm
to be
just
someone.
myself.
You're just who you are.
Just straight. Yeah.
That's so true. Okay, so what is one album that you listen to whenever when you're in a mood or in a zone? Do you have a particular album that is your go-to?
Right now.
Right now.
Like right now.
Right now in this moment. If I go to your last song in your playlist.
It's going to be timeless.
Mm.
001, baddest.
Standard. Okay. Since we're in the subject of music, let me ask you this one. Which one do you prefer, Afrobeats or hip-hop?
It depends, to be honest, like depends on the vibe, like depends on the mood. Like for me, okay, let me break it down for you.
Please.
Like if I step into the club, I like, before I get drunk, I like Afrobeat, like just give me some
Ginger.
give me some
Gege.
over them all,
Hey,
give me all
if
those
you don't
vibes.
come, the liar.
Yeah,
Hey.
give me that. But when the tequila kicks in, like just give me some trap. Like, then mix with a little bit of Afrobeat.
A little bit.
But select. I'll go for the both though. Like, for the both. But Afrobeat is always a vibe all day. You can. It's two different genre. Like
Yeah, true.
all day like Afrobeat.
And I think now we've meshed also because we're doing a lot of collaborations. So
yeah.
it's probably just gonna become one sound if you ask
At
me.
the end of the day.
A global African sound.
Yeah.
Because anyways, it's black people dominating hip hop. All right. I love your drip, by the way, since the day I met you. Is it
Thanks.
safe to say black is your favorite color?
It is
It is? Amazing. So if I don't find you in black, what color will I find you wearing?
blue.
Blue.
You find me in blue. You find me maybe sometimes white. Maybe a few times white. But
Okay.
if not black, you see me in blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's one thing I love about Nigerians is that I feel like you're one country in Africa that knows how to blend trad wear and also urban wear.
Yeah.
So what would you say, like if I was to come into your closet right now, what percentage would be Niger trad and what would be...
I'll be very honest with you. The only traditional wears I have was, because last year I traveled to Nigeria for my sister's wedding.
Owambe wears.
Owambe, yeah, I have two of that. And there's this guy I used to know, he had his wedding, let's say, I think that was 2019. Yeah, so I think I have like 3 traditional wears.
So
but I only wore them for the event.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Because when you're in Rome, like you behave like Romans.
Right.
Did you see anyone wear? Let's be honest. Like,
True.
let's be
True.
straight.
Let's be
Why are you
straight.
not in Kenya wear today?
Because we don't have Kenya wears.
Are you serious?
We're wearing gele and wearing ashoke to our
And
weddings.
still African wear. And
It's
next time
true.
when I come for this, make sure you wear ashoke.
No problem. No
Okay.
problem. We can arrange it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's get a little bit controversial. Ooh, are you ready for this one?
Don't do that. Don't do
No
that.
problem.
Don't do that.
Before I get deep into the controversy, I want to ask you this. Obviously, we live in a modern world, but
Yeah, we do.
you as Tola, do you prefer meeting women organically or through dating apps? Which one works for you better?
Like walks or which one?
Which one do you prefer? Like, because you see online, they can scam you. Catfish
scam
day in
you now.
plema.
It's
The
big shop
day
now.
in
They
plenty.
Ow.
Filter.
I'm Nigerian. Are you forgetting that I'm Nigerian? Filter for who? You're going to talk on video call before you come over.
Facts.
Like,
Okay.
Organically. I think organically is...
Makes sense.
Makes
Because
sense,
for me, I
yeah,
always
yeah.
feel like if there's one thing I struggle with dating apps is I really can't tell when I see
No,
someone.
for me, like I'm not against dating apps. Like, it's cool, it's fine.
It doesn't work for me, imagine. I
You're a
feel
lady.
like there's that point when I see you, it's like I can read your energy. So online, I cannot feel that. Oh, and by the way, thanks for sipping, because in case there's a question you don't want to answer, feel free to sip, okay?
What about the ones I've been like
And
sipping
these
all day?
ones were just generic questions to know you. It gets more interesting,
Let's
okay?
see.
So you've said right now your favorite album is Timeless.
Yeah, timeless.
What's your favorite song on that album?
Godfather?
You're giving Godfather vibes, by the way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If Tola is just chilling, cruising, no business, no nothing, what do you enjoy doing during your free time?
Man, to be honest, during my free time, for me, like I'm someone that I I like to enjoy. Because for me, like, I don't, okay, let me be honest. The only thing I do to get myself intoxicated is I like alcohol. And now I'm even trying to cut it because health issues. I like alcohol, fine.
Okay.
And I'll smoke cigarette. That's
Okay.
all. I don't do drugs, nothing.
Nice.
That's all. But during my free time, the thing I like to do, I like going to the club. I like partying. I like good vibes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What do you value more, loyalty or respect?
If you're loyal to me, you're gonna respect me. Yeah.
And that's on period.
So loyalty. You can respect me, and you like respect comes with. Let's be honest. Like, it's a bit true, but respect comes with fear.
True.
You can respect me, and you're not loyal.
Correct.
But if you're loyal to me, like, you're gonna be respectful.
Correct.
So for me, I'll pick loyalty.
And that's why I normally say, like, even in family, and I'm glad you come from a close-knit family.
Yeah.
I've seen families where everything don't scatter. They just have surname, but there's nothing else. And I say, yeah, blood makes us related, but loyalty makes us family.
Yeah. For me, it's loyalty. Yeah, not respect. No. You can respect me and still like stab me in the back.
Correct.
And when you see me down, the respect is gone.
Fact.
Yeah. So
Fact.
that's it.
That's true. Okay. Are you ready for this one? Just hold your cup. Whiskey or Davido?
Why now? Why is it like this? You can actually love. Wait. See, the two of them are like top dogs.
Correct.
You can actually love the two of them. So,
But okay.
but I have to pick one, right?
This is this or that too.
Okay.
You cannot.
See,
You cannot.
this one I'm going to pick this based on one-on-one, like personal. Fine, like I've been with Wiz. I've been with
David.
001. Don't call it David.
Sorry.
001.
001.
So
Baddest.
I'm not picking this based on the music or based on the vibe. But okay, let's say based on the vibe. I'm picking like based on the personality, based on my experience with. So I think I'm gonna pick 001.
001.
Baddest. Yeah.
Can I be honest? It's
Yeah.
my dream to have him on this podcast.
Are you serious?
It's like on my vision board. Like when I started this podcast, I wrote a list of 20 people I want to interview. He's number 3 on that list. I've followed his journey since I was young, and every episode, if you've watched all episodes, I always mention his name. I'm sure at some point, if he ever sees this, he'll think I'm a stalker, but it's just because, like, his story is so unique. I can't wait for the day
like
they'll
he's
turn
like
it
I
into a
love like
documentary.
he's lesbian. He's so selfless.
That's
No,
the
that's
word.
the word. No, to be honest.
That's the word. And he doesn't have
Okay,
to
like
be.
the last time he was in Dubai, like there's this guy of mine, like he called, was like, oh, I knew he was coming, like, oh, he's around. So we were talking on the phone. So he was like, oh, baddest. Now ChopHouse had the follow talk. Was like, then he took the phone, was like, come, we there. The next time I was like, it was like, oh, come, like tomorrow I'm coming to your restaurant. He's like,
Oh, wow.
he's so selfless, like very selfless.
And he doesn't have to be. Because you see all this nyama
And the
nyama-
funniest thing, like, no one owes anyone anything.
Correct.
But he makes sure everyone around him, like, you're fine.
He doesn't elevate on his own.
So this question you asked, I'm actually picking it, like I'm actually answering it because based on my personal experience.
We're on
with
the
them.
same table.
Yeah.
Choknaku. Okay. Next one. Jada kiss on us.
Why are you being like this? Now? Who is Jalakis on us? I mean, I'm young, so you should be asking like future or Lee Baby or Lee Dog.
Tell me then, future or Lil Baby? You answer the question.
Future or Lee Baby, man. He's going to be Hendrix all day, like future all day. And I love Lee Baby, like
Okay.
I love him, like. But when it comes to the music, Future's drip.
True. Drip is always giving.
Yeah,
What
drip
about
is
the
always
babes in
giving.
call? Baby mamas.
Everything is everything. It belongs to everyone.
It belongs,
and
and he's openly in the streets and he doesn't lie about
Just
it.
leave that part.
Correct.
We are all
And
not
I keep
perfect.
saying that there's no one who is a saint. Everyone has a balance between
Of
saint
course.
and sinning.
So-
It's just which demon you decide
So why are you
to
choosing?
feed.
Why are you choosing to see the bad parts? So
Correct.
just Go with the good vibes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Cool. So TV shows, Top Boy or Snowfall?
Excuse me, please.
No problem.
What do you say?
TV shows, Top Boy or Snowfall?
I've not seen Snowfall. Which one is Snowfall? I think I've not seen, but I'm going
I
to go
think
for
Snowfall
Top.
is the one that has this guy who's dating Lori Harvey, the Nigerian guy.
Oh, what's his
I've
name
forgotten
again?
his name.
Yeah, I know
He's
the
not-
one
you
you're
know the
talking
guy,
about.
right?
Yeah, I know the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Damien since.
Damson Idris something.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Damson
yeah.
Idris. Yeah,
For
that
me, I'll
one.
just go for Top Boy, yeah.
Okay.
Man them.
Man them in the streets, innit?
Yeah. I solid. I'll just go for Top Boy, Yeah.
Damn, another one, but I just want to know where you're inclined, Android or iPhone?
Are you trying to compare sleeping and death? You can't compare the two now. Android. Stop now. No.
Snapchat story will be looking
I'm
like
leaving. No, I'm
CCTV.
leaving. Why you feel like this? It's where's the dots?
It's
please?
important for
No,
people
where's
to
the
know.
dots? No. Android or iPhone?
Back to the ladies. Are you ready for this one?
Ladies. Are they outside?
Tola, you would
No, I'm
kill
just
me.
asking.
Aria Star to a savage. I don't cash you.
You are.
Auntie Tiwa.
No.
Get them. Hey.
Man, it's still how old is that?
Okay.
She's too young now.
Let me know if I got this comparison right or if it's too far apart. Fowls or Fino?
Man, it's gonna be Fino, man, all day. Fino, final. Yeah.
Wayoma.
Yeah.
Like
Alobam.
for me, I can listen to Fino 10 songs.
No, I actually like Faz. I like his music, but
True.
now like I don't speak Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm Yoruba. Like,
Yes.
but all day, like it's gonna be Fino. Like,
You know, the only thing I respect about Fowls, I think he's a polymath when it comes to creative. He can act, he can produce, he can spit lyrics.
it's about
He's
he's
all-rounded.
versatile.
That's the
Yeah.
word.
Facts. Yeah, he's versatile.
He's very
but,
versatile.
But still, when it comes to the music, I'm gonna pick Fino all day. Yeah,
All day,
because
every day.
Fino give me this like this Igbo Olamide like. And for me, I'm a big fan of Olamide, so...
I was going to ask that one, but you already answered this. Okay,
What's
no
that?
problem. Let's get a little bit political. Slightly. Of course, we understand that the political landscape is a bit shaky right now. And I hope
Yeah,
it's
it
true
is. It
that
is.
they've said that they've opened visa bed.
No, that's facts.
It's
It's
facts.
true. Yeah,
It's
that's
facts, because
yeah.
I'm seeing contradictory reports and it's a bit scary because one side Nigerian bloggers are saying that it's been open. On this side, they just said they have reinstated some trade agreements.
for loving Dubai to post something, they get like they posted it this morning, like
They did actually, and they
Linda
did say
KG
that.
Punch, like they posted all
Correct.
those, like everything.
So
this
those are
morning.
credible sources.
They are credible sources. You get what I'm saying?
Get it.
And when you check the main page of what's called our president, like I showed you, you see like it's on
The
it.
fast, it's been pinned there.
Yeah, so
It's been almost a year, right, since they
man,
banned.
almost here, and that shit crazy. Like
That shit is. You know how when I
shit
knew it was
crazy.
crazy, when I go to Dera, and you know me, I like to wear bubu. They'll now start speaking to me in pidgin. And I just talked to one guy. He owns a fabric shop. He's like, I'm suffering.
Let me give you my own story.
suffering.
Let me give you my own story. I think this happened like 6 or 7 weeks ago. I went to the same day I went to Gosu because I have a jeweler there. So I went to him, I was like, yo, bro, like, okay, we're out, so we're having a cigarette. So like, hope this visa restriction is not affecting your sales. Bro was like, sales affecting. He said, there's no sales.
You lie.
That's what he said.
Oh my God.
He said, there's no sales.
Nothing. Dry.
He said all his costs, like all his big spenders are Nigerians. They're not
Correct.
come to the country. We buy what you're not saying. It's not possible. Wow. And for me, like as a business owner, like I can actually, not that I'm selling Chinese food, or I can actually feel it. Fine, I have a lot of white people coming to the restaurant, but like I know the way it is with my Nigerian people.
True.
Like Nigerian people, they don't joke with their food. Like they
Nope.
don't care to spend any amount on their food.
I even told Marcus yesterday, like one of my friends come here, 1 day, 2 days, we'll go to all these fancy places, Instagram. The next day, they're like, where can we get Eba? Amala.
You see, right?
Edikaiko. Where is it?
You see, right?
Standard. Even if you take them
Nigerian
to
people don't
Antarctica,
joke with their
they
food.
don't joke with their food.
And most of, like for me, like most of, like, because the kind of brand, the kind of concept I've actually built with ChopHouse, like, let's say most of my customers will always be tourists. Because they'll be like, man, when I get to Dubai, I'm going to that place. The bunch goes to when it comes to Dubai. I'm going to
True.
that place. David goes to when it comes to
But
Dubai.
you know, one thing I feel you've also done very well, because we're having this conversation, and probably this, because sometimes when you're inside, you don't see it. But then outside in, I probably see some things.
Yeah.
Dubai has a very huge bachelor population. And again, it goes back to
Bachelor
what,
population.
Yes, like people who don't want to settle, people who don't want to marry. And it's okay because the city is designed to promote convenience. And I like the fact that you guys have meal plans. And it's authentic African food. So if
Yeah.
I'm a single person and I have a hectic job, I don't have to be thinking of what to cook. I know ChopHouse will supply on time. Weekly. Standard. Okay? All right. Light skin or dark skin, babes?
Light skin too bad.
Ah.
Light skin. with a little bit of, but that was not a must. Like, I don't care. Like, for me, like, I don't care like the race, but just make sure you're light skin.
Okay.
Like with a little bit of blonde, but that was just a plus for you. Like,
A plus, true. And at the end of the day, they can wear and remove the blonde nowadays.
I
Not a
don't
problem.
care. Like, just make sure you're light skin. Like, no, not dark skin. I don't have like my dark skin ladies. Like, they're beautiful. Like,
Everyone has preference. It's like
that's
me, I'll
my
be very honest. I
preference.
cannot date a man who doesn't have a beard. Why are you
Oh,
looking like you
wow.
didn't finish puberty? Your hair looking like a thumb. How? Excuse me. Why?
Why are you being like this?
So now when we are doing facial routine, you too. Another, I cannot.
Nah. But for me, like all day, like I don't care about the race. Like light skin, like make sure you're light skin.
Sweet.
Yeah. Even that, like everyone you ever see me is gonna be light skin. Like,
So let's just cap this question here to know. So are you taken? Are you?
I know.
Was complication?
Can never be taken. Let's be honest. No, for me, I don't lie to people. Like I'm
Correct.
not taking like no.
So you're not.
I'm very much available.
Your team 001, but you're available.
I'm very available.
Hey,
they
they're
just see
seeing
me.
you.
Yeah, very much. Like no, I'm very no.
Nice. You're
And I'm not
prime,
planning to be
enjoy.
taken. Like I'm just chilling in my life. No, it's always gonna be my prime. There's nothing like prime for me. Like, I'm always gonna be popping. Like let's be honest. For me, like I don't like that word. Like you're in your prime. No, like every time it's gonna be my top
That's
time.
actually
Like,
true. It puts an expiry date on you.
that's an inspiration. You like
Correct.
when someone tell you like
I've never thought of it that way.
like
Thank you
Nigerians
for
have this
opening my
word
mind.
like which is very like I see it as being offensive, but I've never said anything about it. Like they'll be like they'll say to me, they'll be like, now your time now, like now you the out now. I don't like that word. It's always gonna be my time. Like I'm always that prime that you're mentioning, it's always gonna be my prime.
True.
I will always pop, so
True.
no.
And they actually say, it's interesting you said that, and I'm glad you've opened my mind to think that way because you get accustomed
don't say
to
I'm in my
hearing
prime.
it.
I'm not. That's more like you putting an expiry date on me.
Correct.
I'm not in my prime. I'm always
True.
popping. So
Amazing.
yeah.
All right. Now, since we've already established what line of business you're in, let's go a little bit deeper into that. This is now officially our podcast, our first sponsor ever, ChopHouse. Yay! Thank you so much to Tola and his team for believing in our vision and for empowering us. Like, I just appreciate the fact that we had one conversation and he was like, you know what, let's do this. I see what you're doing, making waves, and we're happy to support. So last, on my life, on top of my head, you can always say, now me the open door for you, and I'll say it's true. I cannot farms in front of you. So I really appreciate for that.
You're welcome.
Okay. So food edition, since we're going into the business aspect of it. Suya or kilishi? Suya all day. Gege. Me too. Me too. Kilishi you can be chewing forever. I cannot do it.
Man, I can't even your jaws is stuff.
You know, I'm not trying to contour my face.
I'm trying to go to the gym to work on my jaws.
All right, jollof or fried rice?
For me, I'm gonna pick jollof because that's one thing I know that even when you wake me up 4 a.m. or 8 a.m., like I'm gonna get it straight. I'm gonna prepare it for you.
Standard.
No mistake.
Nice. What do you think your secret is?
My secret?
When you make jollof.
That's why you call it a secret. Now I won't tell you though. That's why you call it.
You're
You
a
just
sharp
said
guy.
it.
You're
You
a
just
sharp
said it. That's
guy.
why you call it a secret.
You're a sharp guy.
I'm a bad guy.
You're a sharp guy. Smart man.
No. That's why you just call it a secret.
Smart man.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
answer. Pounded yam or fufu?
Pounded yam.
Pounded yam.
like
Why not fufu?
I don't like the smell.
Okay. For me, it just instantly makes me want to sleep.
You know, some people actually like fufu. Like,
Okay.
but for me, like, I don't know. I've not eaten fufu for like since I've been a grown up. Like since I know what they call since I know my left from my right, I've not eaten fufu because I don't like the smell.
You don't like the smell?
But I love pando. Man. I love pando. I love amala.
Mala.
Yeah.
Anyway.
God bless you. With a little bit of begiri.
Hey, don't hit the spot. Puff puff for chin chin.
Puff puff.
Okay. So you already answered. I was going to ask about amala, but you've already answered the question. No. Cool. Yam chips or plantain chips? Plantain. You know where I come from in Kenya, my community, our staple is bananas. Yeah. But then funny enough, we only used to make it in mash. It's now when I came here, now I realized when they can make plantain and everything. For me, giz dodo. Wake me up, even call me stupid.
You know, giz dodo is sharp.
Oh, that's my
giz dodo is
life.
Crazy.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Anywhere, any day. You don't have to ask me twice.
Just make it a little spicy.
Why are you speaking to my soul? Stop it. Because now I'm hungry again.
If I cook for you, like, to be honest, if I cook for you, do you have a boyfriend?
No.
But assuming you have a boyfriend, you start looking for me up and down. If I cook for you. No, I'm very serious.
For real?
Ask my sister.
I'm glad that you've gone there because, first of all, I love your story because it breaks a gender stereotype, especially coming from Nigeria where they always say, you have to cook for your man, no, you have to do this.
No.
What made you fall in love with cooking?
It's, like, for me, like, okay, let me tell you this crazy thing. When I was living with my parents as a grown-up, when I was still, like, when I go to the uni, come back, even when I was still living with them, I've never for once cooked in the house.
Really?
But when I go back to school, I cook for myself and my friends.
Okay.
But in my own home, like where my parents, my sisters live, because my mom, she's a chef, and she's more like into catering. Yeah, back in Oshobo, Osun State.
Okay. So she does
So we have
big events and stuff.
Big
So
events, like we have a whole lot of workers in the house.
that's what I was going to ask. So your house has always been busy.
My house,
your
like
whole
my
life.
parents' house, is always busy. Like for me, like
And
I
there's always
don't
food.
like because I can't say I'm from a wealthy home, but the word I use is while I was growing up, if I want this, I get it. Like, oh, mom, like I want this, or she'll be like, okay, fine, I'll get it for you next week, or fine, I'll get it for you now, fine, I'll get it for you tomorrow. But I'm always going to get it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Never lacked. I know.
Yeah, never lacked. That's the word.
I like that.
Yeah.
And I hate sometimes that people don't want to own that.
But that's facts.
It's facts. Like, sometimes people, I have a bit of a tough story growing up, but I can also say the same thing. We never slept hungry. They never chased us out of the house because we don't have rent.
No, there were hard times. Even the hard times, not that it was bad, but
But,
we straight.
it was just like cutting back.
God bless
but
you.
it was not suffering.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
feel like you have to do this suffering
But
Olympics.
there's one thing. When when you have this extra, like when you pop in, they start thinking of the hard part. Be like, I think that's suffering. You be like,
we were suffering at that point.
I think
it's true.
But
it's true.
But like when you're basing it like on the average, it's normal. Like
It's normal. And
it's not just a luxury lifestyle, but
true.
it's
You know what
normal.
I normally say? When your life is one straight line, you flatlined. In hospital, you see, even the heartbeat does this.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
flatline,
Man, check yourself, man. Check
Or
yourself.
before you
That's
wreck
bad.
yourself.
Yeah, you just need to. If your life is just stress, man,
that also means you're not growing. You're not
growing.
learning.
Yeah, that is there. Even like,
Yeah. So
because if you don't experience the down part,
how will you know
how
when
will you
you're up?
appreciate? How will you even appreciate when you're up?
Sense will not kill you. Sense will not kill you. Bam! Bam! A word is enough for the wise. Cool. So let's take it back a little bit. You settled here, came 2015. You were going back and forth.
No, I came 16, not
2016.
15. Yeah.
My apologies for that. So you finally settled here fully and got your residence around
fully, yeah.
in 2016 or 2017.
No. Like the first time I came to Dubai was 2016, but the first time I got my residence, there's this company I used to be with. That was 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you decide that you wanna go into culinary and
Like for me, like my mom, like she's a chef, like back in Nigeria, back in my state, that's Osun State, we have this triple T. That's a brand name, and the name comes from my name. I'm Tola. My big sis, she's Tolo. My kid says she's Tope. So we three, like triple T.
This is that
So-
company that in 100 years they say established and then triple T. I love that.
So then, like, we have this restaurant. My mom has this restaurant.
Okay.
Then my sisters are chefs.
Okay.
Basically, like I was
The whole
born into
family.
I was born into the food business.
That's generational
And
wealth.
for me, I know, right? And for me, like, I actually love, to be honest, I have passion for cooking. Like, I love it. I love cooking. Because I'm a very good cook. And there was a time, like, I used to love food so much. I tried different restaurants, go to this, go to that.
And
You can't even tell yourself now. But now I'm trying to cut down the weight, but it's
Okay.
fine. So my mom came to Dubai. She was on vacation 2019.
Okay.
And then Dubai was going crazy. Like, a whole lot of shit was happening out here, like, with Nigerians. Like, so I told my mom, like, I was like, Mom, like, I'm trying to move back home. I then I was a very young, so I just forget the height, forget the weight, forget the good looks. So I told her, I was like, Mom, like, I'm trying to move back home. Because we have a lot of, like, real estate business back in Nigeria.
Okay.
Like, myself and my parents, my sisters.
That's why Dad wanted you to go into the business after school.
No, that's a different, no, that's not why, yeah.
Okay.
That's a different
Ball game.
So I told mom was like, because I'm much more closer. I love my dad. Yeah, I love that man. Yeah, but the truth is, I'm much more closer with my mom.
I mean, you're the only boy. It's only
I'm the
fair.
only boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I was growing up, I was closer with my dad. Like,
What do you think that there's a shift where men are drawn closer to their moms as they get older?
I don't even know what happened, but
Or is it because men have this
let me
ego
say
thing?
the thing is, let me. I actually know what happened, but
Just me.
no, that one is
It's personal.
behind the
Coded.
camera.
Okay.
Not
no
it's
problem.
not a conflict or anything, but it's just my mom is very supportive. Like she understands. My mom is in this 21st century, right? Yeah, my mom is in 21st century.
Amazing. She's not traditional old
She's
school.
not that traditional, but my dad is more, because my dad is a chartered accountant.
Stoic.
Yeah.
For them, they think in facts and figures.
God bless you.
There's no emotional intelligence. That one is.
They don't. My dad is not always the type that do what makes you happy. My dad is like you've been to school. I don't know the way he is now, but you finish your school, like get a job. No, my mom is not like that. Because my mom, she's a chef and also an English teacher.
Oh wow!
But now she's retired. Yeah. So my mom, she's versatile. Like
she's the one who probably gave you that genes of being quick on your feet with your wit. Yeah, that's true.
So then she was on vacation in Dubai. Then we got talking. I was like, Mom, like I'm trying to move back to Nigeria, like, cause all we do, myself and them, like, we put money together, like we buy properties, majorly in Lagos,
Nice.
on the island.
Okay.
Excuse me, like we get properties,
Okay.
we put them up for rent for Airbnb.
Got it. Okay.
That's what we basically do. So I told Mom about this concept. I was like, Mom, instead of buying all these properties from these developers, like we can actually like get our own land,
Start from
develop
scratch.
them. And there's a whole lot of money in that shit, to be honest.
Facts.
So Mom was like, and then like it was actually crazy in Nigeria. Like if you're young and getting it, you're going to face a whole lot of harassment. And my mom, she doesn't live in Lagos, or she only visits Lagos, like stay at my house, things like that. She's very emotional. She can't stand things like that. She's like, no, like Olutola, because she calls me by my full name, Olutola.
And you're her only boy, you.
And she was like, no, you're not coming to Nigeria. Like, I think you should just stay here. Like, just think about what you have passion for. Just because I actually want to have, because the only business I had then was I only buy things actually, like everything. Like, I mean, I sell and buy everything, like everything.
You be
as
Amazon.
long as I'm Amazon, my
You're
home.
Amazon.
Yeah.
A to Z.
I only buy things actually, then I ship down. Like, I ship down to Nigeria. Then, like,
Nice.
then I get them sold. Then my other business, like the real estate backing, and that's the only, like, I don't have any physical business like that. Like this is my shit. Like, I don't have that. Then I was so hungry. I was so hungry to have this. So I was having this conversation. Then I used to live in Marina. I was having this conversation with Mom. So she was like, okay, this is what you do. Just think about something you have passion for. Like. Then immediately, like,
You didn't even have to think about it.
not go and come. Let me put it that way.
You lied.
I was like, Mom, you know, I love to cook. Like, I love what we do. Like, cause back when I was in Nigeria, I go with my mom with events.
You did not know that whole time he was just preparing you.
Like, do you know? Like, let me give you this story.
I love Jesus.
Sorry, you remind me of what we're talking about.
No problem. That's why I'm here.
Let me give you this story. Like, there was a time, I think that was like 2013 or 14. I think my mom had these events. Like, the chefs were actually meant to make just puff. It was a way-keeping
Small
event.
chops.
Small chops. But they are just meant to make puff. Then our head chef then was not available. So the head chef sent 2 extra people, which he claimed to be chefs. He said they are chefs. So on getting there, my mom was like, and they actually meant to, like, I've forgotten, I think a bag of flour was, I think, like 20 kg or so, I don't know. But it's a big bag of flour. They actually meant to, like, fry everything, make puff with everything. So my mom instructed in mixing everything. Next thing, a dimple for, like, Fridays. God, see shape of puff. So myself and mom, like, then I was pretty young. I think I was like 20 or something. Like, myself and my mom, like, we looked at each other like, what's this?
What can be this?
So mom was like, you guys have not done this before. So they said yes. Like that very day, like myself and my mom, like we did everything, a whole bag of flour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Just you and your mom.
Just
See,
myself and my mom.
that's a core
I don't know if
memory.
mom, like if mom happens to watch this, like she will remember this story.
That
Like
is a core.
just myself, like a whole bag of flour.
I got
No, we did
goosebumps.
everything that very day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So for me, I was like, okay, back to what we were saying.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, mom, like, you know, I love, like, I have passion for this. I like cooking. Like, of course, like, then start a restaurant. Like, ChopHouse is actually meant to start as a restaurant and, as a lounge. But then, like, I had to, like, weigh my options. It's a new business.
Correct. Grow. Don't come and.
You can't just put,
I agree.
like, a
That's
whole lot of
sense
money
actually.
into, like...
That's actually
Because
a
me,
lot
I
of
love
sense.
money. Oh,
Money is sweet. Money stops nonsense. Oh.
of course.
If someone tells you they don't like money, they have not seen money.
Of course. No, maybe they've seen money, but they've not seen enough of it. Yeah.
Tola, free me, I beg.
No, but that's true. That's facts.
Okay.
So, like, I told her, like, I said, man, we can actually have a restaurant here. Like, because back home we have just one restaurant. Now they have two.
Okay.
They have two for my mom and my sisters. They have
Nice.
two back home. So, like, we can actually have a restaurant. We can do this. We can do that. So I gave her the concept. She was like, oh, yeah, come up with the figures. Like, let's see if it's realistic. And then I just made some investment. That's personal. So
No
I just
problem.
bought a new car. I just bought this G-Class then. So I was like, Mom, like, I spent a whole lot of money now. I'm just trying to be like...
I'm trying to get back.
So she was
I'm
like,
recouping.
Mom was like, don't worry. Like, I'm going to support you. Like, whatever I can.
Bless her heart.
No, bless that woman. Like,
Bless her
I'm
heart.
going to support you, whatever you want. So then I came up with the figure. I was like, okay, fine. We're not going to have alcohol. I'm just, okay, instead of going to business, be a downtown.
Have you read my questions? Because you're reading my mind, oh. I was going to ask you why JLT, because for a very long time we had to suffer.
Let me just be honest. Why JLT? Before you ask me, let me be honest. Like I said, I just made a little bit of investment then. Okay, fine. I just bought a property then.
Congratulations.
Then that was 2019. Like, because we need to keep the business going. We
True.
can't just keep having the same ROI every year. We
Correct.
need to, like...
Growth is important.
Growth is important. So I just bought a property. I just bought a new car. That was actually my first car.
So literally you were fully now settled. I get
That was
you.
actually my first car in Dubai. So I just bought a new car then. Then she flew to Dubai, things like that. Like, my expenses were, like, skyrocketing then. So I was like, yo, Mom, come. This is what I have. And this is the figure I came up with. So she was like, man, this is crazy. Like, you won't be able to have alcohol at the venue. Because you need to get license,
True.
things like that.
And that time it was more strict than now.
No, no. They lessened the rules then.
During COVID.
But I'm yet to... No, before COVID.
Before COVID.
I'm yet to know about it. So
Okay.
I was like... So I spoke with my landlord then. I used to have a landlord back then in Marina. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Okay.
So it's like, instead of going to Business Bay, instead of going to downtown, you can actually get a spot at JLT. And firstly, you don't have to have a sponsor.
Correct, because it's free zone.
It's
DMCC.
free, God bless you, DMCC. So I was like, yeah, fine. That was how I started looking for retail for rent at JLT. So I got this spot. It used to be a printing press.
You lie.
I'm sick. I know. No, this spot used to be a printing press. I was like, I like this. I like the place. Like, I like the spot. Like, water view.
I like even the stairs. It's an experience.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I like the water view. And back then, most Nigerians, like, they live in Marina.
Correct.
Blue Water.
Very underserved.
JVC. Not now that everyone is living in business-based city work.
True.
So that's how I ended up at JLT.
Nice. At this particular point when you were hunting for space, had you already come up with the name ChopHouse?
Nah.
I want to know how that name came about.
Nah, to be honest. Okay. You know, I'm very, very close. Like, myself and my big sis, we're very close. So, I told her about the business. When mom left Dubai, like, I was like myself and mom, we had this conversation, like, we're doing this, we're doing that, just to boost things up. So she was like, cause she's 2 years older than me.
Okay.
And she's seen life, like, she's much more experienced than me.
And she's also in the same business, so she would
She's also in the same,
understand.
God bless you.
Yeah.
So I was like, can you, like, give me a name? Like, what do you think? So I think she was like, just use the family name, like, use the family business name, like, Triple T.
Triple T.
I was like, Triple T, like, we're not in Nigeria. But still, like, I put that name in, like, for DMCC, like, if you're going for a business
You have
name,
to check if the name has been
you have
taken.
to
True.
present three names. God bless you. So I was like, Triple, I said that was one. Then I'm like, there's this guy, like, the first time I came to Dubai, I can't tell my success story without this guy. Like, shout out to him. Like, yeah, that's Afolabi Sukomi. That's his name, Suki.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was one person. Like, actually, let's say when I was coming to Dubai, I actually had my flights with him. Like, I told him I wanted to come to this country.
Oh, wow.
We used to be very close, but like 20 kids can't play
True.
for 20 years, you know.
No. Gems! Please say that again.
No, but that's
say
facts.
that
Like,
again.
20 kids can't play for 20. No beef, nothing, but we straight. You get. So we still talk like he's still my big bro. Like, I love him, yeah, but we not
it's
just
true. Time and
you
distance
get what I'm trying,
happens.
time and distance.
And
yeah.
actually, that's the definition of a healthy friendship.
Yeah. I'm straight with him. I love him. Yeah. You get. So, like, I called him. I'm like, he's the only one that was in 2019 that knew I'm gonna start a business out here. So I called him like, yo, bro, what do you think? But I'm having issues with the name. He was like, why not just look at something like African Ports? I can't remember, but yeah, African Ports, yeah. So I was like,
So now we have Triple T.
we have Triple T African Port. So I went to DMCC. I think that was like November, like 21st.
My favorite month.
It's either, one thing I know is, I can't remember. I know it's plus or minus 20.
Okay.
So it's either November 19
Okay.
or November 21st.
Okay.
That was my first time at DMCC.
Okay.
I'm asked Tola.
And that hour, you know, I've come down from the 52nd floor up to ground floor. There was a fire drill.
Are you serious?
I could not feel my legs for 1
That's
week.
mad.
It was crazy. And that day I was traumatized for life. I said I will never live in a building with more than 4 floors. There was an earthquake. That was around 2016 in Iran.
Serious?
And they felt the tremors here.
Man,
so
that's
elevator
mad.
shut. And I was in a meeting in a company called Ma'awad. They're a jewelry company. I don't remove heels. I even left them there. I can't remember where I dropped them.
You go wrong for your life now.
And I'm telling you. Hey. So you went to Almas Tower. You had...
So I went to Almas Tower. They were like, yeah, you need to present 3 names. You need to pay for your licenses. So now I have 2 names. I have Triple T, I have African Port. The African Port was from Suki. Like, the Triple T was like, yeah, just go with the family name, like family business.
Heritage.
Like, so I was like...
You're still feeling it's not giving.
Man, that shit was not giving, to be honest.
To be honest, Suki, with all due respect, I know you're a part
no,
of the
no,
story,
like,
but African Port.
Not that it's not giving. Like, it's not
speaking to
catchy.
you.
Like,
Yes,
yeah.
there's no
it's dope. It's
swagger.
normal. Like, God bless you.
No
Like,
ginger.
I can actually be in all black, but like, imagine you being like all black in Balenciaga, in Helvey.
There's a
Like, that
difference.
shit is giving. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference.
I understand you.
So, next thing I was like, cause for me, like, I know I'm smart. So, like, shout out to myself.
Hey, shout out to him.
No, I know I'm smart. Like, I just sat down, then I, like, just in my house, like, I was like, okay, fine, you're creating a restaurant, like, a place where they eat. And in my language, like, a place where they eat is called Ile Onje.
Ile Onje.
Yeah, fine. I'm like, okay, fine, let's translate this directly, like, not the literal meaning, like, just translate it directly to English. So, fine, Ile means house. Onje means, like, food, like, and when you say it in Pidgin, like, Mufe John, like, I want chop, like, yeah, that's the shit, like, I want chop, like, I'm like, okay, fine, like, ChopHouse. Then immediately, you know what I did? I just Googled, like, ChopHouse. I Googled it, and I'm seeing, like, steakhouse, like, basically, like, ChopHouse, like, when you're in the Western world, like, it means
Steakhouse,
man. I'm like, man, I don't care, man, like, this is
it
ChopHouse.
is what it is. I feel it. It's
is.
mine. Nice.
So that's why I came up with the name.
Nice.
ChopHouse. Like ChopHouse.
So now you went again. That's now the 3rd name you had at DMCC. Or that.
So yeah, God bless you.
Yeah.
Like, I just presented the 3, like, African Port, Triple T, ChopHouse. And DMC actually picked ChopHouse.
You lie. So they just confirmed it for you.
They confirmed that ChopHouse. That's fine.
Bam.
So that's how I come about the name.
Amazing. Cool. All right. Let's take on a generic level, because you've already said that right now especially like JLT has a mixed breed of different cultures, It's
The
not like
JLT is more like not tourists, like expatriate people from Europe.
and I see you always have a diverse guest list. It's not like I always enter and I just feel like I don't enter
No,
Lagos.
it's actually
There's always
diverse.
mixed people. I see Arabs, I see women who
But my shit is
veiled.
dope.
Yeah, the shit is dope. So would you say you feel like Afrobeats has kind of made people to be more curious about Nigerian food
Not
as
I
well?
feel like it's us.
It's
Not what I feel. Like, I don't care about what I feel. Like, that's the fact. Like, Afrobeat has actually. You see someone. Okay, I saw before Baddest starts as this is what's it called?
Yeah.
He saw that show at
Yeah.
Coca-Cola
Coca-Cola
Arena.
Arena, yeah.
I saw he had his collaboration with Lato. Like, she's a white girl, like eating jollof rice.
Can you
like,
imagine?
That's Afrobeat influence. Like,
Facts.
everyone, now everybody,
Facts.
all white girls like the ones who have a Nigerian boyfriend. What I'm saying.
I see no lie.
They want to have a
no
Nigerian boyfriend.
cap.
Man, I love
No,
Nigerians.
no lies detected.
I also love
Okay.
Nigerians. So Afrobeat has actually been a whole lot of influence on the Nigerian food
On the side
scene.
of business.
Yeah.
All right. So now that you've said that 001 had that collaboration, if I was a first time person wanting to experience Nigerian food, what would you recommend as my first meal?
Firstly, I have to consider the spicy side. So your first meal, what I would recommend for you, starts with meat pie.
Me-
But if you don't want to start with meat pie, if you're just a little bit stubborn, just start with jollof rice.
Start with jollof rice.
Or fried rice. And there's this shit, like, I think only, like, out of the Nigerian, what's it called, restaurant, I think I'm the only one that does that now.
Okay.
There's this shit like pineapple rice.
Pineapple rice.
Even when I'm trying to take rice at the restaurant, like, I'll be like, just give me pineapple rice.
Please.
But you need to try that, to be honest.
I'll come try it this weekend.
Yeah, pineapple rice.
Okay. We've discussed a little bit regarding the ban on Nigerians. Did that affect business slightly for you guys?
course it does.
Besides the touristic side, what about sourcing ingredients? Because
Even not that there are bans for visas, you can't even like send a cargo from Nigeria to Dubai. The only thing people sending things from Nigeria to Dubai, it's if you have a container of your own.
full container.
Yeah, come on, it's a
Yay.
restaurant. What do I need a container if I'm not
True,
shipping
it
a car?
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And if you feel container
And I'm
perishable
not trying to
stuff,
resell. I'm not trying to resell the
true,
ingredients.
it's for consumption in
It's
your
for
business.
consumption. So if I'm shipping a container, that means like I have to have the items for like a year.
Hey, that's too long.
That's too long.
And it's
yeah.
food, it's perishable goods, so you can't even risk
God
it.
bless you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so besides that locally, have you had any other challenges setting up staff and everything? Because
Man,
this one
staffing
thing
is
that
actually crazy. Like
and that's one thing that I normally say. When you see someone running a business, double twale for their head.
you have to put some respect on.
Double twale
You
for
have
their
to.
head. Because the kind of things that come as overheads, it's not like Nigeria, someone would just come and say that one. Now imagine that time when Mom C didn't have a caterer, they now brought for her two nyama people who could not cook puff. Imagine if they had done medical
I've
tests.
actually
Visa.
no, it's not about the medical checkup. I've actually flew people in. My sister, like morning, she's outside. She's
Yeah.
a witness to this. I've actually flew people in from Nigeria. Few days, not weeks. Few days, they'll be like, man, I don't think they can cope out here.
Few days.
Yeah,
Omo.
not weeks. Few days.
They're like, no, it not gonna happen. It won't work.
I'll be like,
It's so annoying.
I don't know. Like, I'll just be like, are you caused? Like, it's crazy. But I've actually had issues with staffing. Staffing is not.
It's not easy.
Like when you have a staff, they are more like your baby.
True. And then now even worse, the fact that there's a ban, you constantly have this anxiety when you want to renew visa. You don't know, you're like, what did
No, for
Nigeria
me,
do
like,
this
okay,
time?
okay, the good part for me is my chefs. Okay, I only have just the air chef is the only Nigerian,
Okay.
and he got his visa before this whole thing.
This madness. Okay.
Yeah, the air chef. Then the rest of my chefs, like Benin Republic people, like
Understood.
they know how to cook very well.
Nice.
They know how to make Nigerian food very, very, very well.
Nice.
Because Benin and Nigeria, like, we are almost the same thing.
True.
So I don't have issues with things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
so
right. Cool.
But still, like when it comes to the attitude, the work ethics, like staffing has been crazy for me.
It has
Like
been crazy.
not just for me, I think it's all business
It's
owner. Because
generic. It's everywhere.
I have this German friend, like Barry and Steven. Like I think like 2 weeks ago, Barry was complaining to me, oh, they have issues with their staff, this, and the next thing is the only person that's not replaceable is God.
True.
Okay, my people used to
Very
say
true.
something. I don't know if I'm allowed to speak my local language.
Speak.
They'll be like, "Irú èèyàn ni ò sí," like, no, irú Ọlọ́run ni ò sí, but irú èèyàn tó 1 million, man. Like it's only God that is not replaceable. But people like someone like me, like you can see someone like me, like 1 million.
True.
I'm replaceable.
True. And then you also
God should not just take my spot, but let's be honest, I'm replaceable. So
very true. And also, I feel like Dubai is a very transit destination.
yeah, it is.
Very few people like you say that they found their home and they want to stay here.
No,
It's
for
always
me,
like a quick fix to make money and
No,
then I jackpot to
it's-
go somewhere else. You know, it's always like a bridge
If,
destination.
for me, I used to be like, if you can't live in Dubai successfully, where else you want to live?
Thank you. I normally say, let me hustle hard till Dubai is cheap for me. That's my dream
But Dubai
right
can
now.
never be cheap for anyone. Let's be honest. It's only if you want to be like, you want to like pretend, you want to be
No,
like,
I'm
oh,
not.
that's cheap. Well, fuck that shit. Like, in Dubai is never cheap.
Never.
I don't care. I don't care how much you have.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I'm sorry, like respect. I got money to like, but I don't care how much you have. Like,
True.
it's never cheap.
Correct. And that's
I don't want to know like you're a billionaire, bro. That $100 is still gonna be $100. Like
facts.
that shit
Facts.
is never cheap.
Never.
You going to a steakhouse, like you're going for dinner, like where you get like you're spending like 6-7 grand like for
True.
dinner, like
and then they will be
bro,
serving you
that shit
even
is
like
not cheap.
aeroplane food, not like a full meal like ChopHouse. And then you're not giving me be like say,
Even this like choppers, like people are still saying, yo, bro, your food is expensive. I'll be like, bro, like it's in JLT.
facts.
Yo, bro, the service you're getting out here is different.
The
like,
food.
This is not
True.
respectfully,
Quality.
like this is not Dera. Like
True. There's caliber, and that's the thing because we got so used.
imagine like you're eating in a place where
But that's the
Baddest
thing,
is
Tola,
having
it's
his
not even-
food.
not only
Where
that.
Dibanj is having his food. Where
Not
come
only
on, bro.
that, we got so used to feeling like our communities have to be served from that area that we don't know how to welcome opulence. We don't
one
know
thing-
how
one
to
thing- one
welcome
thing I noticed-
range.
One thing I noticed, and I have to be honest about is, when I open my restaurant, because for me, like before the restaurant, like I go to a whole lot of restaurants just by myself, just to try their food.
Is it hard for you since you know how to cook? You can always tell the mistakes in other restaurants.
I don't look for the mistakes.
Okay.
I just want to try the food.
Okay.
And
You're,
for
you're a
someone that,
better person than me.
yeah, I don't look for the mistake, but I just want to try the food. No, I just want to experience new. And even if there's a mistake, like if you're making something from Korea, like Italian for me, how will I know that's not the taste? Am I
No,
from
I was
Italy?
gonna think like from a Niger perspective.
From Niger perspective, like if I go to other Nigerian restaurants, I know that that's. I'll be like, no.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'll be like, no.
There's
Even
sometimes-
like before my restaurant, like I heard some people like some restaurants they change their chefs, things like that. Okay, that's a start. Okay. Back to what I'm saying.
Yes.
You said like we are so used to like, oh, African restaurant has to be from a place like that.
Correct.
When I started my restaurant, like I had this very dope. Like, you've been to ChopHouse before,
Of course.
Yeah, like this floral wall, everything. It's not looking so African, and at the same time, it's not looking so Western. I'm in between.
In between.
God bless you.
I get you.
And I know some African restaurants. So I think a few months after I started, man, everyone changed their interior.
Copy paste. So you can say you're a trendsetter.
Of course, I know. Everyone changed their interior, like.
Nice.
So that's it.
Okay. So I love the fact that you've carved a niche for yourself where there's a fusion of Afrobeats and Niger food. Are these themed nights intentional or do they just happen by chance? Because like for me, like every 6 posts on your page, there's always bam, one artist has come to chop. One this, today you guys are closed. There's a private event. I just say, do I have to be a member of this club to be
No,
joining,
remember,
coming to
it's
this event?
It's just vibes, like.
Vibes.
That's why I'm like the kind of circle I roll with. It's just vibes. Let me just put it that way. Just vibes.
Nice.
I'm not forcing it. It's just
Just-
okay. Myself, I'm like because I got 3 best friends. One of my best friends, he lives there. I only have one friend, and that's my best friend. We're always like, if it's not in you, you can't force it. Like
Facts.
you can't like.
You know what
If
I
you don't
say?
have that rep, like no one is gonna respect
know
you.
what
I
I
don't care how
normally
much
say?
you have. Like it's not just in you. It's
You know what I
just
normally
vibes.
say? Often imitated, never duplicated.
So yeah, that's it.
Period.
So it's just vibes. It's just you can't. I'm not forcing it.
So I'm happy that you mentioned at the beginning that you wanted to go big with the lounge and everything, but you decided to accelerate and trust the process to grow. Is there hope for that to happen?
Of course. Like for someone like me, okay, like one of my guys was like, "Oh yeah, come to South Africa, like trying to get a branch out here." So I was telling him like, for me to come to South Africa to have a branch, like I need to live out here for like 3-4 months.
Would you consider franchising? Because like keys at the franchised in Nairobi, or are you very passionate and ChopHouse is close to your heart?
ChopHouse is close to my heart. I'm franchising that shit. Yeah. For now, that's my perspective. I don't know what the future will say.
I like the fact that your mind is open.
Yeah, just for now, that's how I feel.
Yeah. Okay.
So one of my friends was like, yeah, come to South Africa. I did this like open shop. I'm like, you need to like familiarize yourself with people before you start it. That's how I feel. Like,
do you feel like South African and Nigerian cuisines are close to each other or they're slightly far apart? Because I'll tell you, like Nigerian and Kenyan is not very far apart. So it's easier for us to adopt your food and maybe as you'll find
it's far apart. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest, right?
The only reason why it's easy for you to adopt is because
we like Nigerian men.
you like Nigerian. It's far apart. Both Kenya is. I've been to South Africa before. The only thing I was eating was meat. So it's far apart. It's different.
Cool. I normally say Nigerian men are the most underrated tourist attraction globally.
Nah, it's far apart. Let's be honest.
Okay, cool. Besides that, like, are there any major highlights that you've had since you opened? I know we celebrated one the other day, but it was not the first time 001 came to ChopHouse, right? So are there other highlights that you could have that are close to your soul that you say, man, this was the right decision?
There's this highlight like I can never forget. Like. Okay, let me start. Let me start from here. Like that was.
Sorry, I like gist plenty.
No, let me start from here. That was 2021. I think they had this One Africa Fest. Actually.
Yes, the last one.
Yeah. It's back to Marcos. This is back to Marcos. Yeah. So Marcos was like, because Marcos is Ruga. You know Ruga, right?
Of course, Mr. Eyepatch.
Yeah. Ruga. So Ruga, Marcos like, hey, yo, bro, like, Ruga is coming to town. Like, he wants to treat him nice. Yo, bro, please, he's going for One Africa Fest. Can I just get it? Because then I had a G class and I had a Lambo Huros. So can I just make use of the Lambo Huros for Ruga? I was like, bro, like,
Easy, man.
easy. My life is, because for me, I'm stress-free. I was like, yeah, of course, like, come get it. So at night, after the show, I was meant to go to the club. So I was like, yo, bro, like, I ain't taking this G-Wagon to, like, I need the Euros. Like, you guys can have the G-Wagon. So where are you guys? I'll bring the G-Wagon to you guys. So I went to meet them at this hotel, 5 JVC. So I gave Marcos swap the car. Then I met this big dog. His name is Bizu Osikoya.
Okay.
I don't even know him. Like
maybe by face, but not by name.
I think he's with the plug,
Okay.
So I met him. So I'm like, yo, bro, like, I'm going to the club. He's like, man, he's bored. He just wants to chill. I was like, yo, bro, come, like, let's go together.
Yes, Ginger.
And I think he's like, who's this? But that's what I feel like. But for me, it's not a big deal. Like,
I get you.
I'm like, bro, yeah, let's go. So we got to the club, like, we get talking, like, what do you do? Like, I have a restaurant. She's like, I'm coming to a restaurant tomorrow. So Busy actually came the following day.
Oh, wow. He kept his word.
Yeah. He came the following. I know him. I knew him like from Nigeria. Like I see him on TV. Let me put it that way.
Okay, got it. Okay.
I see him on TV. Not that I know him personally. I see him on TV. I know who he
He's
is.
a familiar face.
He's a very familiar face. Yeah.
Okay.
So he came to the restaurants. So we get talking one-on-one. We're sitting. So I was scrolling on my Instagram. Like, then I saw the band's post. You know the band, right?
Of course, standard.
So it was like, then I think Banga was in Dubai for this tourism stuff.
Dubai tourism.
Was like he's so God bless you. Yeah. Was like he's tired
Kalan
of
Fabura's project.
this Oyibo food, this that. Then I showed Bizu my phone. I'm like, yo, bro, like, is it possible I get Banga some food? Like Bizu is the plug. Like I think it was like
Dot connector.
no. I think that's the name of his company, the plug.
The plug.
It was like, of course, it's easy. And he picked up his phone and said, let me message Ngozi. And immediately, like, Busy was like, pa. Like, yeah. Oh, I'll send you Ngozi's contact. You talk with Ngozi. Tomorrow you go and deliver food for him.
What?
Then I text Ngozi. Ngozi was like, yeah, when can you bring the food? Is the bunch. Okay, let me tell you, like, when I was young, like, the bunch CDs, the very first CD, Tongolo, that we ever buy with my own money.
Your own cash.
My own.
Yes, I know.
I was
what
in
you
secondary
mean.
school, like high school, like
Days for Walkman.
I was like,
And you'll be listening
God
to
bless
it
you, God-
until the disc
God
was
bless you.
cracked.
Days for Walkman. I was like,
like,
the bunch. Then I went to this hotel. I think it's on what's it called, Marina, something there. Then I entered the room. She going like it was like speaking like
Yeah.
but like the kind of energy I received from him was mad. Like then I met him fine. Like he left the country. I'm still yet to get to the highlight.
take your time. I love where this is going.
So I think like a few months back, it came for Expo, like during the Expo. Like no, for Dubai tourism, but it was still during the Expo.
Correct.
So I could see he was around because I'm following him on IG. So I could see he was around, but for me, I don't like to stress people. He's actually here for business, like
Correct.
for to make things better for himself. And I'm doing my own thing. So why should I
True.
inconvenience him because I want him to like promote my restaurant?
True.
It makes no sense. Like I don't feel indebted to people. Let me put it
True.
that way. So
They don't owe you
they
anything.
he owes me nothing.
Yeah, you have no
Nothing.
expectations. You said at the
And
beginning.
he owes me nothing.
I feel you.
So my then I used to have this head chef, like she's a girl, like she came like, Mr. Tola, like, are you aware the band is around? I said, yeah, of course I'm aware. Like, what's up? Why don't you just message him to come to the restaurant? Like, don't worry, like I don't want to stress him. This, like, there's no big deal, just message him. I didn't message him, I called him because I have his
You
number.
had his number.
So next thing, Banga was like, Tola, what's it one melody for me? Like I've been looking for your number on my
You
phone.
lie.
Like, what's it one melody for me? Because what we say there, like he doesn't know what he saved it as.
Yeah.
So like big bro, like I
Oh
was
my
like big bro, like I'm
goodness.
good, like how you doing? Like I was like, okay, next like we had a bit of conversation. I was like, when are you going to come to ChopHouse? It was like, okay, now I'm very busy, but don't worry. You know, like, it was like, I came for Dubai tourism. Don't worry, in 2 days time I will be free. Then I wasn't even. I was like,
You're like, okay, you get it.
I was like, okay, I was
Maybe
like,
he's letting me go gently.
yeah,
you know?
I was like, okay, I was like, yo, big brother, am I worried? Like, I have this line, am I Kana now? Like, don't worry, I'll get back to you. Like, and there's this club I used to go to every Wednesday back then and now. Like, it's myself and my best friend, like, we go there, like, we go just chill. So myself, like, and just like we were there, just chilling. I think we go back to the house, like 5 or 6 a.m. Like 6 a.m., like we go back to the house on Wednesday. It's a new day already, like Thursday. Then my phone was ringing like 10 a.m.
And you're not
You know,
used
me
to
getting
that.
back to that like 6
I
a.m.
know. That's when you're going to bed.
My phone was ringing like 10 a.m. I was like, who is this? Like,
this
second
time you're
one.
calling.
Second one. I didn't check. The third one. Then I picked my phone. I was like, Banga.
Ah!
Yeah,
Your eye don't clear. Very
I had
fast.
to adjust myself. Yeah, big bro, yo, what's up? Tola, I'm free, no, like, Tola, like, I'm free today, like, I want to come to the restaurant. I'm like, bro, I got you. Like, I'll pick you up in a bit. Then I called Justin. I'm like, yeah. And like Justin, like this, like he loves, like he's one of my best friends. I got 3 best friends.
Yeah.
So Justin was like, I called him. Like Justin was like,
Let's make
man,
it
we
happen.
need to pick it up. We need to pick him up. So immediately, then I still drive myself. I don't have a driver. Like immediately, like
Quickly.
I had my shower. I had to link with Justin. Then we go to him. Then when we got to him, I was like, Tola was so like Tola, I told you, like I'm gonna call her.
He kept his word.
He actually kept his words.
Oh, wow. That is such a highlight for your inner child.
No, it is. No,
It
no. I
is.
still remember.
It
Like,
is. It is. I know what you mean.
then it doesn't stop there. Like it doesn't like. Then he came to the restaurant with his wife.
Oh, my God.
With his wife, the wife's sister.
Oh, wow.
So we all like we had a good time. Then the next day, no, that very day, Banga was telling me that, Tola, don't worry, like I'm going to surprise you. This, that, is that. Then the next day, Josh is PA. I don't know if it's still PA then. Then his PA then called me. Was like, yeah, check your Instagram. You know, Banga actually made a collaboration post, a collaborated post.
That it appeared on your platform.
Not story.
Post.
I was like, that's mad.
That's mad.
So everyone coming, and that was Expo period. So everyone coming to ChopHouse then.
The kind of visibility
Let's say
you
like,
can't pay for.
see, I have to be honest, like 80%, like, okay, I don't want to exaggerate, like 70 to 80% of the people come to ChopHouse be like, we saw this place on the bench post.
Oh, wow.
I swear. We saw this place on the bench post. I'm like, wow, I'm like, then I would tell Maureen, like, Maureen, that's ChopHouse, I'll be like, Banga Okiri. Like Banga is not small. I'll be like Banga Okiri. Man, that's actually an highlight, like one of the highlights for me. Yeah,
Nice.
And then I think I have this one highlight again. Then there was the first time I actually like have a one-on-one meeting with Baddest. I think that was that same 2021, few months after Banga Zone. He was coming for a show.
Okay.
I think he has a show at Blue.
Yes.
No, not Blue. He's coming for this Expo.
For the Expo. Oh, yeah, he was performing.
He was performing
I think it was the closing concert. He was the only African artist.
Performing for the Expo.
Yes, because I remember he was under that dome thingy.
He was coming for the Expo.
I remember.
So and there's this guy of ours that then I don't know him personally.
Okay.
It was actually Justin that knows him. His name is Sammy. So Justin told Sammy that, oh, fine, like we like David, maybe like whenever he comes around, we take care of his anything related to food. ChopHouse going to take care, and we want him to contribute. So Sammy was like, Baddest is so selfless. Don't worry, as long as he's going to support you. I was like,
but you're just like, okay, if it happens, alhamdulillah.
God bless you. That's the vibe. Like that's the vibe.
No expectations.
So we went for this birthday, like a friend of ours was having a birthday. Went from there, myself and Justin pull up in a convoy. Went to the airport. From there, we picked David up.
Okay.
My car was actually in the front, while Justice's car was at the back. So David was inside Justice's car, right beside him.
Oh, wow.
Because Justin was driving his own car. David is even actually to spend like a minute inside the car. Justin was like, you see that guy at the front, like that's ChopHouse. So all your food throughout this trip is going to be the one to take care of it.
Wow.
Do you know what David's response was? Like,
Shock me.
make we dey go now, more they go to the restaurant now.
Now! As soon as immediately.
Justin was surprised from what he told me. So then I used to open, not like now, like we open to 6 a.m. We close by 6 a.m.
Man, hangover cure. Thank you for that
one. We open to 6 a.m.
Thank
right
you.
now. But then we close by 12 a.m. So Justin was like, yeah, bro, like we close now. Like we open by 12 p.m. So that was one of my major, I'm like, cause when those memories flashbacks me, I'm like, nah, like, I've really I think I've done well for myself.
No, you should definitely pat yourself massively on the
I'm
back.
always I think I've
What
done well for
inspired you
myself.
to open late? And thank you very much, because hangover cure.
Because of this hangover cure that you just said. Yeah.
Very, very important. Like, I feel like that's, at that point, you can't be telling me to eat all this junk food. It won't work.
No.
I didn't want spicy Indomie like this.
I don't want no KFC by 6 a.m.
Thank you. I didn't want spicy Indomie. I shower and then I pass out. I'm good. Yeah. So well done, man. That's very impressive.
So now we up to 6 a.m. now. Before we close by 12 a.m.
I don't know why I have a feeling by next year same time, and I know we're going to probably talk more on another pod later. Yeah. I don't know why I feel you're going to do something different. There's so much fire in you, Tola. I don't think...
Now, for me, I'm going to do something different, definitely. I'm just... I don't put it
getting started.
I'm just getting started, to be honest. It's not just about having a restaurant. For me, I have this entrepreneur part in me.
And it started from young, because you identified it since.
I just know, let me say, I just know how to make money. It's not about just, for me, I find I have passion for having a restaurant, but when it comes to business is always business for me. I sabi am well, no worry.
Nice.
I did run am, no worry. I did run am.
Nice.
Yeah.
This has been very informative, very entertaining. I love the fact that you have a big personality. I feel like I can listen to you for days.
I'm not boring.
No, right? Not at all. We can gist. I love it. More grace to your elbow, my brother.
Thanks,
keep winning, keep shining.
Thanks, yeah.
So for someone who's probably just sitting there dulling right now, feeling hopeless, maybe they even have the money in the pocket safe, but they're just saying, in this Nigerian economy, let me not put my money there. How can you just inspire them if they're considering Dubai as an outlet? What would you say to them?
Considering Dubai, right?
Yeah.
Man, if you consider Dubai already, that means there's this song that you are ahead already. For you to even consider Dubai as an outlet, you are ahead already.
You're ahead, though. You're ahead of the curve.
Just go for it, yeah.
Go for it. I cannot thank Tola anymore, because for me, this has been something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. But then I was in employment slavery, so it was taking a lot of my time. And
for me, I never got a region. I never worked for anyone.
Yeah. So for me, even when we started talking, and you were just like, I see you, I see what you're doing, and I want to push you, and I want to support. I don't take that for granted. Thank you very much for seeing my vision, understanding my vision, sharing your story, breaking stereotypes. Men can cook, man. Men can cook. They throw down.
No, I can actually cook.
Let me tell you, if a man can cook, we're not breaking up.
Not break up. Wait.
Day.
I can not, when I say I can cook, I'm not talking about making noodles or making breakfast. Anything Nigerian food, I can actually.
And you plate it nicely and everything.
Don't worry.
That is a love
But
language.
you know, there was when I started ChopHouse for the first 1 year, I can let's say 70 to 80% of the recipe was my recipe.
Really?
Yeah.
And it is generational recipes from Mom
Yeah,
and
from
everyone.
home, yeah.
So there are those secret ingredients that you're going to keep a secret.
That's why they call it secret.
Do you have a spice line?
No, yeah.
Do you think? I think that's something you should
consider.
My
personal trainer actually suggested something like that.
I honestly think.
But you know, for me, I feel like.
You know, one thing why I'm recommending that, we have a certain style of how we make our beef, but then every time I put suya powder on top,
it's different.
It's different. So imagine if I have ChopHouse or Triple T spices in my cabinet. Each time I'm seeing it when I'm taking it, I will remember.
But you know, for me,
it's the same way Nando's has their sauces.
Nando's, yeah.
You get it.
There's always time for everything.
Yeah. Sorry, I just had to throw that in there.
No. There's time for everything. If you know, you do some things when you get to certain levels.
I get you, and thank you for saying that, because now I'm getting into that spot where all the friends who are non-believers, they're like, "Oh, Amaka, you should do this on your podcast. Amaka, you should do this on your podcast," and I'm just like, everything. "Oh, more now, step by step."
You don't waste. Okay, it's more like me going to the beach and I'm dressed like everything changed on. Why are you wasting your dream? Different clothes for the different time for different things,
strokes for different folks.
Yeah, God bless you. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah.
So there's time for everything. Yeah, I'm still gonna get there.
I'm gonna be relying on you for enterprising wisdom. I like the way your
I
brain
got you.
thinks,
No, I got
and you
you.
have a very big brain, and I like how you add humor to it. So you know, I can come to you and I'm like, oh,
Oh,
this
so
problem.
I'm adding more to it.
Yeah, you're just like you're
Wow.
literally what you said.
I'm not aware.
Stress free. You saw
No,
what
but for
Zayad
real,
said.
like I'm stress
Tola,
free.
look at how when you entered the studio, the energy just changed. That's just who you are.
Now you guys need to pay me.
And,
Then.
I cannot afford you. Oh, please, oh, I cannot. Hey, did you hear the fleet of cars
No,
he
you
mentioned?
guys need to pay me then, for
please,
real.
oh, please. I'm in my own lane. Let me slay in my lane. I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm not famsing. People should free me, I beg. So, upwards, onwards. I'm super proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
And I will be following your story closely. And this
thank
chair
you
is
very much.
always open to whenever you want to share an exclusive with us. And yeah, let's keep on keeping on and see where this
We should
goes.
do that, yeah.
Cool. Any parting shots for everyone? Last
just-
words of wisdom. Give us one Yoruba quote.
No, I can't give you a back because this shit's gonna go viral than Nigerian, you know. Like just for me, I just feel if you, whatever you're doing, just keep believing yourself, you know. Not if you are doing rubbish, because no. Let's be.
True.
We are all grown, like we're
True.
adults. Like if you're doing rubbish, you know you are doing
You
rubbish.
know it. It's true.
You're just deceiving yourself.
Correct.
But that moment you feel like this thing that I'm doing is right, just believe in yourself. Even if it doesn't pay off at that very moment, it's still gonna pay off.
It is. I normally say there's two kinds of pain in this life.
tell me.
There's pain of discipline, knowing that this is what I want and I'm
Yeah.
going to sacrifice and do everything
get
to
it.
achieve it. And there's pain of regret.
You're just deceiving yourself. But that moment when you know that, man, I'm doing the right shit. This is what I'm doing. Don't worry. It's gonna pay off.
It is.
It only takes time.
It's a question of
But though
time.
the prayer is always like, man, like the time should not be long. Yeah,
Thank
fine.
you.
That's the prayer.
Thank
but
you.
at least just that moment that you believe in yourself, don't worry, that shit's gonna pay off.
Appreciate you for that.
Yeah, that's it.
This has been Dubai Diastories. This is not the last time you'll see me holding this pillow. This is now my pillow. Anytime I want to remind myself, the inspiration has come in locked and loaded. We've broken up gender stereotypes. We've understood his background. There's legacy. There's generational wealth. And I think for me, what I love about this particular story is that culinary skills is like a gift no one can take from your hand.
Yeah, never.
They can
never.
duplicate the recipe, but never the sauce. With me in studio is Tola. Thank you so much for your time. Follow ChopHouse, so please, I
You know,
beg.
it's actually ChopHouse_DXB.
DXB, yes.
On IG, on all social media
I'll get to
platforms.
finish now. Of course, I know the handle.
I know you do, right? But I need to chip it in. Yeah.
_DXB on all platforms. Our official first sponsor on Dubai Diastories. Forever grateful for the partnership that we've established.
welcome, man.
Until we come your way next time, stay true, stay you. Bye, guys.
Bye.